Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. As a child, Madhudas loved sports and quickly became an awesome field wrestler, fast horseback rider, and a great hunter. In the wake of this event, he decided to pursue a spiritual, meditative lifestyle. Guru Gobind Singh Ji had achieved something Madhudas had never been able to achieve: true spiritual greatness. Madhudas, he had finally found the peace of mind he had searched for his entire life and decided that he was going to follow the true Guru. Guru Gobind Singh Ji changed Madhudas's name. He became known in the world as Banda Singh Bahadur. Guruji gave 3 specific orders to Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. First, he made him bring those committing violation in Haryana and Punjab to justice. Next, he appointed him 5 pyare or beloved Sikhs to work with him and advise him: by Vinod Singh, by Khan Singh, by Daya Singh, by Bab Singh, and by Ram Singh. And finally, Guruji gave him a squad of 26 Nagara, meaning drum, 5 arrows from his own quiver, and some hukamnamas for the Sangat of Punjab. One of the greatest reforms that brought about justice was the Zimidar system. Banda Singh and the Sikh changed the system so that people who actually worked the land became the owner of the land and received fair compensation for their hard labor. With the establishment of a Sikh kingdom, there was a general feeling that everyone would experience more fairness and justice under the new rule. In those days, it was common for rulers to create calendars and coins in their name. However, Banda Singh decided to make coins in the name of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Guru Gobind Singh Ji, not himself. In some cities, the rulers were very unjust and hateful leaders. For example, in the city of Kapuri, the ruler Usman Khan was not allowing Hindus to conduct their religious ceremonies or funerals. In another city, Sadara, the ruler was very unjust toward non-Muslims. His worst crime was kidnapping non-Muslim women. And finally, in the city of Sirhind, the Governor Wazir Khan, who had been responsible for the death of the 2 younger sons and mother of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, was still exhibiting tyrannical rules. Banda Singh Bahadur decided he would not let these violations continue any longer. Something modern-day rulers can learn from Baba Banda Singh Bahadur is to follow his policies. Example, he came to aid of any community that was being attacked or mistreated, as he would decide to not let these violations continue any longer. During his time, there was a general feeling that everyone would experience more fairness and justice under the new rules by Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. Guru Gobind Singh Ji made him his lieutenant, gave him some hukamnamas for the Sangat of Punjab. After he had delivered these instructions, Banda Singh Bahadur and a squad of 6 decided to follow the Guru's final instruction in Punjab. As they traveled, they encouraged people to join their force to help uproot the evil and wrongdoings of some of the rulers at that time. Sikhs from across Punjab came to see Banda Singh Bahadur. Many even joined his army. Others came seeking his blessing because they considered him a representative of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. The status of Sikh was greatly increased throughout the area. Many people converted to Sikhism. There was a general feeling that everyone would experience more fairness and justice under the new rule. Unfortunately, this high point was short-lived. No regular government was established, and instead, Banda Singh's rules acted as a short military occupation lasting only a year or so. Some of the people Banda Singh had defeated were completely to the emperor, and he had joined forces with the local Hindu hill Rajas and some Muslim leaders who were already upset by Banda's power. Starting in September 1710, and with these battles, the Sikh kingdom began to fall. Throughout their rule, the Sikhs continued to battle against the Mughals, Afghans, and other rulers of different territories throughout Punjab. The Mughal force started consolidating their powers so they can confront the Sikhs. The first battle between the Sikhs and the Emperor force of Bahadur Shah took place in October 1710 in Amgar, another place in the Sirhind. The Khalsa army was outnumbered in these battles and forced to retreat. There were heavy victims in the Sikh army, and the bodies of the dead were treated very disrespectfully. And eventually, Emperor Bahadur Shah's army laid blocks to the fort. The emperor himself was present. He did not want to attack the Sikhs inside the fortress, and instead brought a huge force of 60,000 to aid the blockade. The blockade went on for some time, and many Sikhs died of starvation. Sura so pehchaniye, jal lare deen ke hai, purja purja katmare kabu na shante ke. I learned really Miriam of Banda Singh Bahadur is that we have to follow all the instructions that were given by Guru Gobind Singh Ji. As Banda Singh Bahadur and the other Sikhs remained calm and peaceful in the face of hardship, torture, humiliation, and what they knew would be eventually death. I also learned as Banda Singh Bahadur gave everything to Sikhism until his martyrdom, he followed all the instructions that were given by Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Baba Banda Singh Bahadur and hundreds of other Sikh prisoners were brought to Delhi. In March 1716, Mughal rulers began the murder of these 700 Sikhs. 100 of them were killed every day. They were told to choose between Islam and death. Every single Sikh chose death. Banda Singh Bahadur was tortured, but he still stayed calm by repeating God's name. Then on June 9, 1760, he attained martyrdom. Baba Banda Singh Bahadur was one of the most remarkable men that India produced in the 18th century. He shook one of the most powerful empires to its very foundation with such a way that it was never able to re-establish its authority. In short time, he became master of Punjab. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you, Preetinder Kaur. Can we now have Harsh lead the court, please?